Hi, welcome to All Caps Comics. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. Good to have you. Let's draw a page together. Alright, so I apologize for not putting up a video for a little while. Life circumstances have made it difficult for me to actually set a camera up and draw. In other words, I've had my parents over, a lot of family and stuff, and so sitting down and setting up a time-lapse camera was a little bit difficult, or at least inconvenient, but let's get back to that now. So we've got a young woman who has just been ordered to run, okay? Run through the forest. This is not Heather Swain. This is just a regular character. This is just a regular human character. And she is running. Now, she was waiting, she was waiting for her friends to arrive. She was waiting for a large group of campers and hikers to show up and meet her and her friend in one particular location, and they never arrived. But what did arrive were the Vespas, gigantic wasps from outer space, who pulp human flesh and bone and turn it into paper for their hives. So this young woman was ordered to run after accidentally dropping a cigarette into dry leaves and setting the forest on fire. That's what happens, do you remember Woodsy the Owl in the 1970s? No, Smokey the Bear. Woodsy the Owl he was all about not polluting. Give a hoot, don't pollute. But Smokey the Bear was all about, hey, watch out for the, don't set the forest on fire. Now we're doing a lot of detail work here, showing the intricacies of what these human flesh-based beehives, you just call them beehives for shorthand, look like. And they look like you would think, really. They're initially wet and they slowly dry out, but they're veiny and gross. They look like a mashed up human being that's been dissolved with saliva acid and turned into a paper product. So that's fun. That's fun. It's not at all terrifying, And of course, these cubbies will be full of will each contain a larva or a pupa of a Vespis. This is how their society grows, and they grow quickly. I mean, they're able to in a matter of moments. It doesn't take long. It really doesn't take long for them to attack, sting, kill, digest a human being. And there are two things that they find us wonderful as cattle. Because they will either use our bodies as building materials, or they'll harvest us like we're just like cows. We're either leather, or we're meat to feed ourselves. One of the two. They will actually harvest us and turn our blood into honey to feed their young. So they kind of pick and choose. Like what are we going to do with this flock of humans here? Are we going to turn them into building materials, or are we going to pollinate them and turn their blood into nectar, into honey? So it's interesting. Human beings have no idea what's going on. They don't know what to expect, and this certainly hits them hard and fast. The advantage and the strength of this alien conquering race is that they're so quick. They do this in a matter of days. They destroy the human race, and they go from planet to planet, all over the universe, conquering entire civilizations and just turning them into garbage. They just turn them into garbage. Unlivable, unworkable filth, that I assume they stay there for a little while. They'll stay there for a little while, meaning a century or two, and then before too long there's nothing left. There's nothing to nourish them, so they move on. And that's what's happened here. That's what's happened on planet Earth. Again, where is Cyberfrog? Where? You'll find out. Cyberfrog Bloodhoney, which is nearing completion. I've got a ways to go. I've made some realizations along the way. I mean, I have a rough outline of a story. I'm going to save the scripting until the end. I just don't want to you know, tie myself down to much except for the story outline. But along the way, and this was always the way it worked at DC, you have realizations, and it's important to allow room to grow and to think, add new things. Thanks for watching. See you later.